Welcome back to Nintagious. Funk, Logan, how's it going? Sorry for the slightly late start. As I was saying on Discord, like, sometimes I don't really have any self-control. Like, I wake up, and there's all these great streamers streaming, and there's, like, people talking on Discord, and I'm like, let's just sit down for a few minutes, and watch some of these streams and chat some people up, and the next thing I know, an hour has passed. And I don't know, it's tough. Sometimes it's hard to just be like, no, everybody shut the fuck up because I need to go start the stream. My hair is in terrible shape. It's slightly better. It's still a little wet, that's why it's in such terrible shape. Alright. Pixel thing. Alright, Starlink. So, last night we pushed the campaign further along. And I think we're about to head off and fight the final boss. Like, I think we're about to go, like, end the game. I decided to, like, not do that last night. I decided to do that tonight. Or, like, the next time I streamed, which wound up being tonight. I left this Dreadnought and these Primes up so that they kind of, like, just fucked with these planets in the meantime. So we're gonna go take care of those first. I'm all the way over here. I started doing, like kind of just cleaning up on these other planets last night. After the stream, that is. And, but we'll head right over to Tundria. Take care of this Prime. And yeah, maybe we'll take some extractors out on some of the other planets. Like, even though I say, like, oh, we're basically just gonna go to the final boss and finish the game, it's probably gonna be a little bit more complicated than that because of the fact that all these Primes and this Dreadnought is up. It's probably not gonna be that easy. It'll probably still take a couple of hours to get to that point. And yeah, you're not wrong, Logan, but, like, there's a lot of streamers that stream it in this time slot, and, like, therefore I basically never get to watch them, which sucks because I like a lot, I enjoy watching a lot of them. So I sneak in the hours when I can.
Looks like our allies have got a lock on Tundria's Prime. It's on the star map now.
I don't know. I imagine that the final boss will have, like, more to it depending on how much I do. Like, since I'm completing so much, it might not be that hard to complete, to be honest. Let's start booking it over here. I'll grab this on the way, and then I'll just beat up the Prime. He's pretty weak, so
just have to focus on staying warm down there.
Yeah, I think it might be like Breath of the Wild in that regard, where it's like, I think if you go to him with like 3 Dreadnoughts up with a bunch of Primes up, he's probably a lot harder. Do I have, like, all of the, like, wildlife and such? I still have a species here that I haven't discovered. It's not that one.
We need 3 Starlink towers across Atlas to power
Would you stop it? This game has a bit of a problem with repetitive dialogue. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, I already have all 3 of those towers built.
Initiate hacking procedure. Be advised. Procedure has a high probability of attracting Legion reinforcements.
I also maxed out the R-Wing last night. So I'm back to using this since I prefer this ship, so...
That weapon's doing crazy damage. Keep going.
Yeah, you were there somewhere. I'm really kind of torn on this game, to be honest. And I'm probably gonna talk about that a bit, like, once I beat it. I'll probably, like, typically when I beat a game and the credits are rolling, that's when I'll be like, okay, here's how I feel about this game. At the end of the day, I still got like 60 to 70 hours, perhaps 80 hours by the time I've beaten this game. That's good, and I really enjoyed myself. So I shouldn't criticize it too much, maybe, but there are some things that bother me. Random treasure, okay. I mean, I'm fine with dialogue, it's the repetitive dialogue that I don't like. The stuff that they say over and over and over and over again. They've been constantly reminding me about needing to build Starlink towers when I've already built all 3 Starlink towers. Why are you still reminding me about this? Like, be quiet. Smart dialogue is fun. Like, does that make sense?
Faceplate when the armor opens up.
Alright, that one was a total joke.
Ooh, yeah. I almost feel bad for that thing.
Fine work. You stopped that Prime in its tracks, and Tundria's better for it.
Rock and roll, girl.
We're all proud. Just don't forget to grab the Prime's core before...
Where do I want to take this? Let's take it to the armory. Yeah, the level 1 primes are, like, kind of no big deal. Now, these other primes, I think one of them's level 3, and I think one's level 4. They're gonna be a little bit more involved. And intentionally so. Like, I could weaken them up before I go to fight them, but what's the fun in that? Get through here. Oops. I've already gathered one of these. There is still a sample I need to collect somewhere. It's probably something that one of the, like, some of the wildlife drops. Yeah, that's something about the game that, like I said, I'm kind of mixed on. I do think just driving around on the planets is fun. Like that's... I've never found myself saying, gee, I wish I could quick travel to the other side of the planet, because it's kind of just fun to just drive around. On the other hand, flying around in space is, like, remarkably boring, and they do give you quick travel, but therefore you never have any reason to go do anything in space. You can just quick travel between planets, and it's kind of negligible.
Did you take on a prime by yourself? Amazing work, Chief. Thank you. Now we can handle anything
that's level 3.
throws at us. We're the strongest armory around.
But yeah, like, it's kind of weird because the actual act of, like, doing 100% on some of these planets is, like, it should be pretty boring, because you're basically just flying around just doing, like, the same quests over and over and over again. But just the fact of just floating around on these planets and just going places is fun, so that kind of makes it okay. I mean, And that's the most important thing, because I think a lot of open world games I don't like because they're what I and some others call walking simulators, where it's boring to get from one place to the other. This is something Breath of the Wild did very well, because just running around and climbing and gliding in that game is so much fun. And that's important because that's what you're going to be doing more than anything else. But a lot of open world games, you're just like kind of slowly walking around. And like, it's not fun. It's not exciting. I think before I go, I'm gonna put up a few outposts here.
Looks like you got some cores with you. I'll buy them off you, no questions asked.
Yeah, I should honestly get rid of all my cores so that they shut the hell up. Because they only say that because I have cores on me. If I didn't have any cores, they wouldn't be doing that. Put a workshop up because I don't have any of those.
Construction complete. I'm reading some cores in your cargo hold. I'll gladly pay to analyze them.
Well, yeah, the Legion is the only place you can find cores. Let me go grab this too. And maybe this. Because why not? This is the one that needs stasis, so I'm gonna have to do the fucking... God, it's a lot, too. What am I in combat with? He's like almost dead already. That's interesting. Well, there's plenty of these things around at least, but... I still kind of hate this. If these things weren't timed, I think that would fix it. But fumbling around with these canisters to solve these is like the most tedious thing I could imagine. Like, if post-game content is looking promising in this game, like if I beat the game and I'm like, wow, look at all this shit to do, like I still want to be playing this for like a very long time, I'll probably buy another weapon pack just for the convenience of not having to do this stupid canister shit. Because realistically, if you buy a weapon pack like digitally, it's only like $5. Like, so you're basically like $5 for the convenience of not having to do shit like this. That doesn't sound bad. But I have to know that I'm going to be continuing to play the game for a while, that's the thing.
Big haul of electrum just came in. Good thing
I have a bad feeling that this is going to be like Breath of the Wild, where I'm going to finish the game and that's going to be it. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to really want to continue playing it. Like, it'll be a fun ride, but like I won't have any desire to do it again. Alright, that's enough, right? And of course that's like so high tension, because if you mess one up, you have to go start all over. You have to go collect 7 damn canisters again.
Of methane beneath Tundria's icy surface.
Yeah, I have a feeling post-game is just gonna be the completion I've already been doing. Which is good if you rush through the game very quickly. Like, if I would have gone straight through the campaign, it probably wouldn't have taken me that long, and then I would have had a lot of post-game content to do. But since I've already spent like 60 hours here, I'm not gonna have too much to do.
This region has
I wanted to repair them. I guess they didn't need repairing.
With your collection of weapons. Oh, hi. How are you?
Hey, I'm Razor. I'm with Starlink. We're gunning for Grax. You in?
Dire horn skin gets sun.
Let's not do
Believe
that.
it or not,
That'll do.
Rock on.
Over there. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's one major misstep with this game that I'm not liking, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to focus too much on the negatives, because I am still ultimately enjoying it a lot. It's not like I'm forcing myself to play this game or anything. Like, I still definitely want to be playing it. If I was forcing myself to play it, I would have forced through the final boss last night and been like, okay, we're done. I wouldn't have put in 70 hours if I wasn't enjoying it, you know?
Seriously cold in here.
But I think the major misstep is, like, I feel like you should be able to unlock the weapons through in-game means in some way. The fact that you can't, and they're so integral to gameplay, I don't know if I like it. I guess I should be thankful that those canisters are there to kind of fix the moments where I need the weapons to solve the puzzle, but, like, it's such a tedious and cumbersome alternative that it's not ideal. I could understand needing to buy ships and pilots. I'm fine with that, but the weapons are where I'm kind of like, don't know if I love that. Ooh, let's go get this. It's right here. Hey Coulter, how's it going?
Starlink database updated.
And then, of course, we don't know what post-launch content is going to be like. Like, are they going to release more content in any way? Are they going to release, like, expansions? How much of paywalls is that stuff going to be behind? Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on the master trainers. I'm not sure if I love it. Where the hell is this treasure chest at? Am I blind? I'm blind, right? Is there an underground? Is there... Oh, it's up there. So I'm not blind. It's just... tricky. Oh boy. Okay, that kind of worked, but kind of didn't. No, lost control. This is gonna be frustrating to get. Hey, Kevin Ads, how's it going? Welcome to this stream. I think my problem with the Masters trainers is I don't know if I'll feel motivated to actually try and beat them all. I think I'll probably do, like, a few for, like, some of my favorite Pokemon, and then that's probably it. I probably won't have any interest in doing all of them, unless they're, like, exceptionally fun quest lines. Yeah, some will probably be easier than others, too, to be honest. Okay, I think we're done on this planet. I could probably poke around here and find some stuff to do. I kind of want to go look for this last species. Because those are interesting, right? I feel like those would be fun to watch, because I always have a lot of fun, like, seeing these new creatures and being like, what the hell is this thing? So I feel like that would be fun to do on stream. Now, granted, this is probably one I've already seen, but, alright, well, so it's not that one. We have that already. Yeah, chances are my goal with streaming Let's Go is I'm gonna go for completing the Pokedex, because I have a terrible feeling that Let's Go is gonna be short and easy and handholdy. So I'm gonna have to come up with something to do to make it last longer than it would otherwise. So I think what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna try to complete the Pokedex. Because it's only 151 Pokemon. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Like, that should be totally manageable. Yeah, especially if I don't let myself use Go. If you can do it without using Go, that's something else I'm concerned about, is that they're gonna lock some Pokemon behind Go.
That must have hurt.
Like starters. Is that the only way you're gonna be able to find Bulbasaur and Squirtle and Charmander and Eevee? Because that would be stupid.
Good work.
And hey Seven, welcome to the stream. I have not decided which one I'm getting yet. That is still up for discussion. I was going to get Pikachu because I was under the impression that most people were going to be getting Eevee. But then when I asked about it on Discord a couple weeks ago, there was a surprising amount of people saying they were getting Pikachu. And I was like, So now I'm not sure.
I'm on fire.
Uh-oh, this ain't looking good for you.
Whoa, what was that? There we go. I was gonna say, blow up, please.
Those losers won't be back anytime soon. Good work.
Yeah, I almost completed the Pokedex on Moon. That was like one of the only games where I was actually like, hey, let me try it. Like, I enjoyed it enough that I wanted to continue and complete the Pokedex. I think I was missing like 2 or 3 Pokemon or something. I didn't like how Sun and Moon had some Pokemon, you could only capture them in their middle stage. So you had to capture them and then breed them just to get the pre-evolution. And I was like, that's stupid. I don't like that. And that was such busy work, and I was like, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm just not gonna. But I think I even had everything ready to trade for version exclusives. Like, I was really close. It was just that in particular that kind of killed it for me. One was, it was the Garchomp line that you could, like, only captured like the second stage, and it was like super rare, and I don't think I could even find one, and I was like, my interest is dwindling rapidly right now. Hey Blue, how's it going? And yeah, I get you. I knew that you were dealing with moving and everything. That and like, I stream so late these days, so I imagine it can be hard to stick around very long. I need to work on that and get myself streaming earlier again, or at least waking up earlier so that I'm not like a total zombie and starting so late every day. Yeah, you can change the time on Switch. I had to do it for Mega Man 11 at one point, actually, because there's an upgrade you can buy from the shop that's only there on Saturdays for some stupid reason.
Lots of prospectors.
And it was the only upgrade I had left. I don't even know where I should be looking for this thing. Anyway, when it comes to Pikachu and Eevee, Eevee is undeniably cuter. Like, I feel like in terms of appearance, it's gotta be Eevee. However, Eevee's kind of useless in battle. Pikachu's way more useful in battle. Especially considering the fact that I'm assuming they can't evolve. And a small nitpicky thing, but it seems like if you have a Pikachu, he rides on your shoulder, whereas if you have an Eevee, he just sits on your head. And I don't really like that either. I think I prefer the shoulder ride. I think that looks a little bit more, like, natural. That's, like, perhaps a minor thing, but... No, it's a dire horn. I've had those. I think it was this the planet with those big, like... Yeti elephant things? I think that's what I'm missing.
Hey, that's a nice ship. Think I'll take it. Yeah, you're mine.
See, I don't know. My gut says Eevee is, like, has more personality, but then the other part of my gut says Pikachu is, like, just kind of better in a lot of ways.
Uh-oh, this ain't looking good for you.
And yeah, Logan, I've seen YouTube chats do that.
Take that.
I'm not sure how to fix it. You could try and refresh it. It might work.
Nice one. Those chumps will
And I
think
kind
twice
of
before they
evaporated
come
him.
back.
Yeah, the one you start with can't evolve as far as I know. No, this is the one that's up there. Eevee also seems like a better idea because if you can still catch Pikachu in Viridian Forest at the beginning of the game, you can basically get both. Whereas I have a feeling Eevee are going to be harder to come by. I pressed the wrong button. That was stupid. Can we not? Can we not? Can we just, like, get up here? Thank you. There.
The first prospectors.
Yeah, I could see that. Normal attacks are, like, typically pretty powerful, but they, like, don't have anything, they don't have any flair. I feel like I'm spending way too much time on this planet, but I want to find that species. Where am I exactly? I'm all the way the hell over here, shit. I was gonna say, let's go take out these extractors. That could be fun. No, let's boogie on out of here because we're wasting time. We have 40 minutes. We have to destroy all these primes, so we're probably gonna have to come back to this planet anyway. I bet by the time we clean up these two, they're gonna drop another prime on this planet. So let's get out of here and move on to Ashar.
Pleasantly surprised to find out it was overflowing with natural gas and rare minerals too. Ha.
No, you can't get. Yeah, the real question is, can you get later generation Pokemon if they're evolved forms of Kanto Pokemon? You cannot, as far as I've heard. I've heard that it is literally only the 151. Yeah, I think apparently their reasoning behind that was if there's I don't think you can breed in Let's Go. I don't think you can hatch, you can get eggs in Let's Go. So with that, they were like, well, then you can't get pre-evolutions. So they cut it out because of that, but which doesn't fully make sense. Basically, the interview I read is like, the creators of Pokemon don't like the fact that competitive Pokemon is just people hatching eggs endlessly. Like, they don't like where the game design is, so they're trying to mix it up, which I can understand that. But as far as I've heard, there's no daycare and you can't get eggs in Let's Go. They're completely gutting that functionality. I think they want to rework it and, like, make it a more interesting mechanic. Personally, I've never understood why they couldn't just make eggs like a timed thing instead of walking steps. That didn't really make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, Kanto had a daycare in the original. In Red and Blue, there was a daycare, but there was no, like, breeding. All they did was level them up for you. So there probably is still going to be one, but it's going to be pretty different.
For the moment, but this world is still deadly. Be cautious.
Wow, this is great. I can't see a goddamn thing.
Warning. Atmospheric.
We might have to take out some extractors here. Do we even know where the prime is? That causes some problems.
Corruption detected. Flight engines are affected.
Yeah, I can't see the prime, so I'm gonna have to destroy it. I'm gonna have to do something. So we still have some species to look at here. We have some samples to pick up. There's plenty to do. See, I don't know. I understand that, like, hatching eggs is stupid, honestly. It's bad design. Because you're not actually playing the game. Like, I'm sure they want to rework it in a way where you actually kind of have to play the game. And I can't really blame them for that. If they can come up with a more, like, involved way of doing it, I think that would be fine.
Uplink established. Breaching Legion data.
I don't want my
my
ice missiles back.
Connection. Legion device identified. Initiate hacking procedure. Be advised, procedure has a high probability of attracting Legion reinforcements. Legion reinforcements incoming.
I don't know, I have not so fond memories of playing like the 3rd generation games and getting it down to such a science where I wasn't even looking at the game. I was just like holding up until I heard the sound of me bumping against a wall, and then I'd hold down until I heard the sound of me bumping against a wall again. And it's like, that's not playing the game. That's stupid. They can come up with something better than that. So I totally get where they're coming from, where they're like, they're not happy with the fact that that's people's idea of endgame content. That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. They might as well make the game like literally play itself if that's what it's gonna be. Let's just go over here and destroy this. I think I've grabbed these already. Please.
I'm on fire.
So this is a max level extractor, if you haven't been able to figure that out, from all the damage flying around. Oops. Sorry, buddy.
The extractor is vulnerable. Target the main structure.
They do have my armories on this planet, though, so they're helping. Yeah, I can honestly kind of agree with that. Like, the whole act of hunting for shinies is kind of, like, not even real gameplay. In some cases. I haven't kept up with, like, every way there is to hunt them, but... yeah, it's... I mean, it's more gameplay than hatching eggs, realistically. Having one Pokemon in your party that has heat body or whatever, so that eggs hatch faster, and 5 eggs in your inventory, and then just running up and down the straightest route in the game, it's not gameplay. It's not anything. That's poor design, like, and they're acknowledging that it's poor design, and I have to admire them for that. Because a lot of game developers don't acknowledge poor design, they just keep doing it and thinking, well, you know, it works, kind of.
Legion device identified. Initiate hacking procedure. Be advised, procedure has a high probability of attracting Legion reinforcements.
Yeah, it's still repetitive. My problem with egg hatching is that, like I said, it's literally autopilot. You don't even have to look at the game. Like, what's the point? I'm reminded of, like... I feel like a lot of kids might not even know what erector sets are anymore, but I'm reminded of, like... years ago, somebody made an erector set, like, machine that held a Wii remote and, like, bowled a perfect game in Wii Sports. You could literally fucking do that with hatching eggs in Pokemon. You could create something that did it for you, and that's not good.
They can't take much more.
lock on a Shar's Prime.
There it is.
Star map now.
Thank you.
Gravity is intense.
And it would be one thing if the act of running up and down the least populated route in the game was, like, still fun in some way, but it's not. It's, like I said, it's, like, not actual gameplay. Now, one thing I will say is that I feel like it could be a little bit different in Let's Go because, well, I don't really know how Let's Go... So Let's Go doesn't have, like, random battles, right? And random battles are another thing that's awful gameplay design. All games should be aiming to take random battles out of games because they're stupid. Nobody likes random battles. But here's the problem. If there's no wild encounters for random battles, how do you grind experience? My first thought is, well, clearly you can refight trainers, right? So if you have to run around to be refighting trainers for that, then that gives you a reason to be running around while you have eggs on you. So I feel like that's already a step in the correct direction, but not fully. It's only a start. Of course the Prime is over here hanging around an extractor because he's an asshole. Let's go take this one out. Yeah, no, like, I think taking out the random battles is the correct thing to do, but you're correct that it kind of completely screws up how shinies work. And now it's gonna be like, now hunting shinies is gonna be pretty dumb.
Looks like we need another Starlink tower or two if we're gonna face off against cracks. Make some more friends, and you should be able to build another one in no time.
It's one of those sad truths that, like, sometimes when you look at a game and say this one thing, this one mechanic needs to change, it dominoes into, well, you gotta change all these other mechanics too. And I think a lot of people don't realize that when they say things like, oh, they should change such and such a thing. They don't realize that that would completely change the game.
Partial scan complete. Scan more specimens to complete the DNA profile.
This thing is weird. Alright.
Probe detected. Probe destroyed.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they could come up with different ways to do it. To create, like, deliberate shiny hunting. What if it was like Pokemon Quest where you had to, like... What if it was like a cross between Pokemon Quest and that thing in 3rd gen, in Ruby and Sapphire, where, like, was that the Safari Zone, I think? But, like, they had those, like, blocks that you had to put, like, those, like the Pokemon treats into, and it would like, it would attract Pokemon. What if that was the only way to get shinies? So you'd actually have to put in a little bit more effort to pull the shiny in, and then they could have, like, some sort of meter that fills up, where, like, your chance of finding one gets better the longer you're doing it. Make it something you earn instead of something that you have to get lucky.
Proximity alert. Extractor detected. Power rating at maximum.
We'll receive intel on other extractor locations if you destroy this one.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking.
Extractor destroyed.
Nice work. We've got the location of the extractor that was linked to this one. Marking on your map now.
To anyone receiving this, I'm stranded. Help me.
Because, I don't know, I think they wanted shinies to be something that could just randomly happen, and I like the design of that, but then I don't know if I fully like the idea of hunting for shinies. That just seems weird. And I feel bad saying that because I watch a few streamers that do shiny hunts, and I enjoy watching them do it, but it's also like, I look at it from a game design perspective, and I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do this. Like, there has to be... This can't be the only way. Hey JMT, how's it going? Thought I heard a creature making a noise. Maybe Legion screwing around, though. Yeah, it's Legion messing around over here.
Getting toasty.
No, open the thing.
Corrupted
Get rid of
data
that.
samples like are a valuable resource. It will fetch a high price at any outpost.
I guess a good example of like what chances are when I talk about game design like this, a lot of people probably are listening to me and they probably think, well, what do you think is good game design? A good example I think of good game design is take super training, because you had EV training in the earlier games. And that was terribly designed. That was, like, designed in a way that they didn't mean for people to manipulate to get the results they were getting. So as a result, they made super training, which was, like, an actual gameplay mechanic that allowed them to do what they were trying to do. Now, the problem with that is they took super training out eventually, for who the hell knows why. That's something I really don't like about Pokemon, is they constantly make new mechanics and then take them out, even if they're good mechanics. And I don't like how they do that. But I think that should be what they do for shinies. I think they should take, okay, people like to hunt shinies. Let's create an actual gameplay way of doing it.
You seen those busted? My comms are bust. Legion infect any circuitry they find.
I guess we can do that. That's
good. Those
something.
arrays used to connect us with the rest of the...
Oh, is there like a form of doing that? I didn't remember there being one in Sun and Moon.
Since the Legion showed up.
There probably was though, and I just missed it. But I think that's a good example of what they should do with shinies, though. I think they should reevaluate the system and be like, well, let's make this actual gameplay.
Hacking it may provide useful information.
Squadron reporting. We've taken down an extractor.
Yeah, that weapon's doing the trick. I'm on fire.
I don't know. I think that's part of why I want to get Let's Go, is because I want to see where they're going with, like, this new generation. Not generation, but, like, you can tell Let's Go is them kind of being like, let's start over, let's just throw out a bunch of these mechanics that are stupid, and, like, try and come up with something better. And kind of, like, kind of continue what they were doing in Sun and Moon, where they're trying to, like, completely reinvent the franchise. And I kind of want to experience that and be like, okay, this part's a good idea, this part's not a good idea. I want to stay open-minded and actually give it a chance. I think a lot of people aren't even going to give it a chance. They're just going to be like, well, it's different, so fuck it. We don't like it. And I don't really agree with that mentality.
Prison break on a shark. A lot of outlaws were looking for revenge, but never doubt a prospector's will and heart. They defended themselves well. Of course, not without a few scars to show for.
Yeah, I remember I've seen people do the wormhole thing for shiny hunts, and that does seem like more gameplay than other methods of shiny hunting.
Bring it down, or our allies will be in serious danger.
Some methods for shiny hunting, like the which game was it that had the horde battles where, like, they could call for backup, and it, like, as they were calling for backup, it would multiply chance of getting a shiny? That seemed like they were saying, this is really stupid, let's see who's willing to do this. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't seem like well-designed gameplay. It seemed incredibly tedious, and like they were just trying to see who would be willing to put up with it. Can you, like, blow that thing up there? No? It's just shiny for no reason.
Extractor destroyed.
I think, like I said, I think how I would address shinies is I would try to make it something you earn instead of something you just have to reset until you get it. Because that's not compelling gameplay. I think it, like, people probably wouldn't like it if it was just a bar you had to fill up, and when the bar fills up, a shiny shows up, because that would be too, like, easy. But I also feel like
at least you'd be earning it. Like, I don't know, I feel like just resetting the game is like... Again, I feel bad because I watch streamers that do shiny hunts, and I do enjoy watching them doing it, but I feel like just resetting your save file over and over again until you get it, like, you're not earning it. You're only earning a badge that says, look at what kind of bullshit I was willing to put up with. And it's like, I don't think those are the correct types of game achievements. Exactly, Logan. That's the sad truth. Is like, if it required more actual like effort and gameplay, people would be like, "Oh, well, shinies like don't mean anything anymore because they're too easy to get." But it's like they already don't mean anything. In my eyes, it's just a badge of like, look at how much ridiculous busy work you're willing to do. All right, let's go fight this punk. He's still decently strong, right? So... No, he's down to level 2. I only killed, like, 2 extractors, and he's way weaker. Yeah, but I don't think gamers should wear what sort of bullshit they're willing to put up with as a badge of honor. I don't think that's... I wouldn't say that they're doing it wrong or anything extreme like that, but like...
That weapon's doing crazy damage. Keep going.
Excuse me while I do a little OCD work of uncovering the map here. Let's book it over here and kill him and move on with our lives. Yeah, see, I've never tried shiny hunting or anything. I've taken it as what the game designers meant for it to be, of just being a nice surprise of something that showed up that you weren't expecting. The only shinies I have are ones that just randomly showed up while I was playing the game. Like, I didn't hunt for them or anything. It was just, I was poking around one day and I was like, oh shit, a shiny. Like, those are the only shinies I have. And in a way, I feel like they mean more because they were in that idea of a design. But I don't know. It's tough. Like I said, it's tough because I watch streamers do shiny hunts and I enjoy watching them do it. So I don't want to sound like I'm trash talking on what they do, because I'm not. But I feel like from a game design perspective, Pokemon can do better. Does that make more sense? And hey, View. Hey, you got some people coming along. So thank you for that raid, and thank you for everybody that came along. How did the rest of Dark Souls / Rage Souls go? And Mimi Neko, Gray Stripe, how's it going? Thanks for coming along on that. Phil Fantastic, how's it going? You didn't come in along on the raid, but... How did the rest of Skyward Sword go for you? I was lurking for a bit before I started. I left, like, right after you beat the Kraken thing. On a similar note, while also being completely unrelated, you know what pisses me off about shinies? The ones that are, like, just a slightly different hue. why is Raichu like a darker orange? Why can't he be like blue or something? That sort of stuff like really irritates me because some of them are really lazily made. And I feel like that kind of cheapens shinies. Like, some of the shinies I've found in the past, just by random luck, have been, like, some of the least creative shinies, and they're not exciting at all. But then I've found other ones that, like, I have a shiny Wailord in Moon, and he's friggin' purple. Like, that's cool as hell. But then I have, like, a shiny Sea King in some game, and he's, like, a slightly lighter orange or something. It's, like, it's so boring. Why can't they all be, like, completely different colors? I mean, most of them are done by palette swaps, but you can still do more creative things than that. Isn't shiny Squirtle like purple? And that was still an older shiny swap. Like that wasn't a new one. Some of them are still drastically different, but then yeah, Pikachu's like he's kind of a dark orange instead of a light orange. It's like, what? But then I think they're also, like, afraid to change stuff like that, because then somebody's gonna be like, I didn't want my Pikachu to be red. It's like, I guess I get that too, but... I feel like there should be multiple shinies, too. Why aren't there red Pikachus and also, like, white Pikachus? Like, why aren't there, like, multiple color variations? I think that would be pretty cool too.
In the midsection, it's exposed.
Alright, this punk is down. You know what, Gerald? Shut up. Like, is that the one I have yet to destroy, actually? I'm coming for you. Don't you worry. You're next, my friend. Alright, where am I taking this? Do we have we do have an armory. It's max level already, so it's kind of irrelevant. Let's take it here, I guess. Or here? Is that closer? Where am I? Nah, they're equally far away. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you would have people that would just be like, well, now I have to catch every Roy G. Biv color of Pikachu, and... But I don't know, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, you know? Unless you mean it would be frustrating to be like, I want a blue one, and I can only find a green one. In which case... Yeah, that would suck.
Partial scan complete. Scan more specimens to complete the DNA profile.
See, I guess, like, maybe only some. Like, do legendaries even need shinies? Doesn't that kind of... That doesn't fully make sense. Because there's only supposed to be one of them anyway, right? So how can a shiny one even exist? Like, it's just... Now we're nitpicking, like, lore shit, I guess, but, you know.
Legion corruption detected on nearby fauna.
Oh, you're gonna have to wait, buddy. Where did... Yeah, back here. that. Give me that. Alright, where'd Legion? Oh, wait, I need one of you. I need one of you. And you're the one that has the infection on you, so works out. Why are these things more aggressive than the freaking Glavenus? Excuse me. Thank you.
Legion detected on nearby fauna.
You're looking heavy with
That's why I always thought the idea of a Pokemon MMO would, like, not work. Because you'd have, like, thousands of people walking around with a Mewtwo. And it's like, but there's only one Mewtwo, so that... what? Like, but that's a problem a lot of MMOs have, is they want every player to feel like they're the most important player in the universe, while the guy next to them is also the most important player in the universe. So that's something I don't like about MMOs.
Yeah? Look, I'm real busy. What can I do for you? That's a prime core. Holy snood socks, you're giving it to me?
Snood
Thanks,
socks? That sounds very vulgar. But alright. Alright, is there anything else I want to do here before I leave? Why is this constantly under attack? Let's go check them out really quick and see if they actually need help. Yeah, but you're kind of splitting hairs at that point. Like, the overall point is that I think most legendaries, there's supposed to only be one of them, so the fact that multiple players have them is kind of cheapens that fact. In an MMO setting in particular, because, like, I really hated how World of Warcraft did that eventually, because it got, as the expansions went on, it got more and more, like, storyline heavy, and they treat you like you're such an important person in this world, but then, like, take World of Warcraft Legion, for example. They give you these fucking artifact weapons, so Shaman can walk around with Thrall's hammer, and they're like, oh, you're like the most powerful Shaman in the universe, because, like, you can wield Doomhammer. You are so great, you're like the leader of all Shaman. The fucking Shaman standing next to you is also holding Doomhammer. Like, do you think I'm just not noticing that? Do you think, like, I don't buy it when they do stuff like that. I don't think it's so stupid. It's like, you're telling me I'm special, but the guy next to me has the exact same thing that you're saying makes me special. It's like, so no, I'm not special. It's stupid. This guy's like not actually under attack, but maybe these outlaws over here are why they think they're under attack. But yeah, it would be the same thing if they made a Pokemon MMO where you'd be like, you're the greatest trainer in the universe because you completed the Pokedex. You have all 800 and something Pokemon. You're like the actual Pokemon master, but the guy next to you also has a completed Pokedex. So, like, what? It's something I can't suspend disbelief on, I guess, and sometimes suspensive disbelief is, like, very important, I think. Sure, let's do this. Is this why they were under attack? I think this is just a glitch that happens. When I first started playing the game, like first night, I noticed this happen, where an outpost was like permanently labeled as under attack. So I think that might just be a small glitch.
Legion reinforcements have arrived.
Way too strong.
That's actually why it's been a while since we talked about this, but I think it would be really cool if the new Animal Crossing was like kind of an MMO, where like your town was like actually located on their servers, so that, because like, you know, in Animal Crossing you can have like, you can live in this town, but then your brother can also live in this town, and like that was kind of the original idea behind it. I think it would be cool if they expanded that to be online, so that like I could create a town that was, I don't even know what I would call it, but then like if View wanted to live in that town too, he could, and then when I'm not playing, I could log in one day and be like, oh, look at all the cool shit View did today. The problem with that is they have to completely take out the mechanic of you being the mayor, because it would be completely idiotic if every single player was the mayor. You know what I mean? Because then all of the dialogue would be treating you like you're the mayor, your decisions matter, except View's also making decisions. It doesn't make sense. Coincidentally, I think that's why, I think they're hinting towards that. I don't think they're going to have the mayor thing in the next game. I think they're doing away with that. I think the mayor thing worked well for the handheld game. Like, I think that worked well there, but I think for a console game, we're going to have multiple people playing the game, like, they kind of have to do away with that mechanic, I think. Because then you just have to, like, pick somebody to be the mayor, I guess. Alright, so I have to... Yeah, we're gonna book it. We're gonna book it out of here. And head over to Necrom. Let's get this stuff moving. I guess I've only been playing for an hour. I feel like I've been at it for a while already, and I haven't been making progress fast enough. Hey, Trust, how's it going? Oh yeah, you couldn't even transfer mayorship, that's right. Yeah, like, it was an interesting mechanic, but I think if they want to make the game more, like, of a social game again, that it has to go.
Arriving at Necrom.
It is a place of shadow, but it does not deserve to be condemned by the Legion.
But like I said, I feel like they're kind of hinting towards that anyway, because they hinted at, like, Nook having a larger role again. I think that's where they're going to be going with that. I don't know if they'll do the online thing. I hope they do, because I think it would be really cool. What on earth is that? It's... I don't even... I mean, clearly Anteater, but it's also very bizarre looking.
Frontier data array located. Hacking it may provide useful information.
Sure, let's do that. So I like how things just pop up in this game. Like, this is actually a very MMO-styled game. And I don't think that's a bad thing. But you notice how they don't just have, like, one central quest hub per planet, and you have to continuously go back to that hub to get your next quest to go out and do something? Things just pop up on your map, and you can just be like, yeah, let's go do that. Like, MMOs should be taking note on this. Like, I hate the questing system in MMOs. Like, there's a lot of things I don't like about MMOs, but I think the questing system is kind of what it comes down to. I like how you can just go places and do things in this game.
Gravity damage received. Recommend using stasis weaponry against the enemy.
Guild Wars 2 had a system where you just kind of went places and did things, and I think it worked really well. But it was like, there were other problems with that game that made it kind of not great. But the questing system I thought was good.
Hack successful. Access granted. Data transmission complete. Analyzing sensor array data stream now.
And I like how, like, stuff does things sometimes. Didn't seem to do anything in this case, but sometimes when you take something like this, they'll be like, oh, we know the location of, like, one of their extractors now. So we can go after that. Sometimes when you go to, like, one of these crash sites and you hack their stuff, they'll be like, okay, we know where their prime is now, so let's go after them.
Flops in with the gold golf, so let me tell you, that is just something you never want to do.
It does a good job of, like, it gives you breadcrumbs of things to go do, but it doesn't, like, force you to do any of it. It's like, if you want to go take care of that, you can. If you don't feel like it, you don't have to.
Yeah, that weapon's doing the trick.
It's all about options. That's what open world games should be about, is options. I thought you needed to repair it again. And I think this game does that really well. Like, nothing is like... I don't really feel forced to do anything. Even this, like, gathering's kind of boring. Yeah, you don't really ever have to do it. You can just not do it. There's other ways. What gathering gets done, there are other ways to get those things done. It's good design. I didn't even notice how blue this thing was the first time I saw one. They are fancy looking.
Partial scan complete. Scan more specimens to complete the DNA profile.
Oh, that's just one of those crushed giants. I was gonna say, what's that thing over there? Oh, there's the Prime. I didn't know we knew where the Prime was. Yeah, and, like, the ability to say, I'm just not gonna do it is, like, empowering as a gamer, if that makes sense. Nobody likes to be playing a game and be faced with something where you're like, I don't feel like doing that, but I have to because the game is requiring me to do it. You get to those parts of the game where you're like, man, I hate these parts, but what can you do? It's either do it or don't play the game. Like freaking Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 2 is a better example. Like, because you're playing the game, you're like, cool, I'm running through a stage of Sonic, this is fun. Cool, now I get to play as Tails and, like, run around in his mech and, like, blow shit up. Oh, and now I have to look for freaking Emerald fragments as Knuckles. This isn't fun, I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice. I have to do it to continue on with the storyline. It's like... nobody likes that. I don't know, Halloween's in, like, 5 days? It should be okay. Especially since it's, well, depending on where you live, it's so cold out here that it'll probably not be a problem. That one was kind of rough. Apples rot a lot faster than pumpkins do. Trust me, I used to live with somebody who was obsessed with carving like 50 pumpkins every Halloween, and he usually did them way earlier than this, and they were usually fine. But again, I live in a colder environment, and that might have something to do with it. Alright, let's have some fun. We're gonna take this prime at full strength. YOLO.
Proximity alert. Prime detected.
Not ugly.
Aim for its faceplate when the armor opens up.
Man, Flamethrower is actually, like, really good at taking these things down. Alright, now he's running. Cool, he's gonna go destroy this extractor for me. That's kind of what I wanted him to do.
Proximity alert.
That's why I said screw it, let's fight him, because I was hoping this would happen. Cool, he even killed that thing. Love it. Love it. Do I even get do I still get loot from him? No, it doesn't look like it. That would have been funny.
Underside is vulnerable. Strike now.
Shit. This is fine. We're fine. Kind of.
Dodge that targeting laser.
Warning. Prime power level at maximum.
Whatever.
It's weak in the front. Gotta aim for that.
He's a big pussycat. Yeah, I don't even get the opening on this one. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as, like, putting something in the fridge and it's gonna last longer. Clearly, if you cut up apple slices and leave them on the counter, they're gonna be dead overnight. But if you put them in the fridge, they're probably gonna last, like, at least a day. And yeah, it's been in the 30s here lately, so yeah. Well, there's the problem with your plan, Gerald, because I am coming for you. Let's go upgrade this. And then maybe they can keep this planet alive for me while I'm gone. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's only like 5 nights away, so.
Starlink. Come offload some cores. We could use them.
Oh, get on with it. Are you serious?
Get off of me.
Our armory's under attack. Defensive positions.
Targets down. They They stood no chance against us. Much obliged for the assist. Welcome back, Starlink.
Okay, you can have that.
The core of a Legion Prime. Did you eliminate a Prime?
Oh yeah, I get you.
Oh yeah. Well done. And thank you.
How do you people like not realize that taking out primes is what I do at this point in the game? Like they're still acting surprised. Like, you took a prime out by yourself? Yeah. Yeah. Man, that planet's only 8% done. Like, even the, like, non-post-game progression, like, I still have plenty to do, realistically. Alright, we need to book it over here before they drop another prime.
Warning.
Of course.
Outlaw hyperspace trap.
Easy pickings. Blow them to pieces, and we'll collect whatever's left. Got them in my sights.
God, this weapon is so powerful. Holy crap. I never realized how powerful the flamethrower is. It's really short range, so I don't really like it. But, like, I feel like missiles are better. It's just the flamethrower does way more damage. I do have a lot of mods on it that increase its damage, though, to be fair. I wonder if I could cook up some more, like, increased power for this. It already has 25% cold damage and extra damage there. It already has like a ton of damage on it. I feel like it's in good shape. Let's do this again. Hopefully they don't try to fuck with me.
You may have defeated all of my pride.
Okay.
I know this dreadnought better than anything living. I will endure your assault.
I have a feeling you're
This
not.
dreadnought has no primes left. An opportune time to attack.
Actually, it's about to launch one in less than 2 minutes. Oh, so it stops the countdown once you get here to engage it. That's useful to know.
Excellent.
They turned on the laser turrets. Take them out.
I always mess up that last one for some reason. I'm bad. Didn't even destroy everybody. Shit. I can definitely see what people are saying about, like, a lot of reviews say there's not enough space combat, and it's like, yeah, because this shit's really fun, but there's only, like, 2 space encounters you ever go through. It's the outlaw hideouts, and then these. They really could have stood to have some more space stuff going on. Is this ever gonna focus here? There we go. Ow, dick. Hey, Conga Line, how's it going? You mean the tracking missiles they literally just shot?
Interior exposed. Entry is now possible.
Whoa. What the hell just happened? That was weird. I've seen that happen before. Where the camera just decides, we're gonna point you in this direction now. It's worth warning that if anybody is playing this game themselves, we're about to enter, like, massive spoiler territory after this.
Another down.
This could already be massive spoiler territory, honestly. If you haven't been far enough to see Dreadnoughts. Ooh. Hey Wally, how's it going? Yeah, that was basically a warning for View, because I know he's not as far as I am. This is bad news. I need to... There we go. That's better. That's better. Oh, it's the blue one. I gotcha. I never noticed that before. Like, one of the gates is lit up, and the other ones are, like, red. So that's how you know where to go. Alright, that's enough of your shit.
Gerald, my friend, our work continues.
Where the hell did you come from?
Our dream, the Scion, is almost...
Seriously? How are there still, like, drakes up?
Down Starlink soon enough.
God, they're everywhere. What the hell? Didn't we, like, just win? I'm confused. Okay, we good now? All right. What am I supposed to do? Oh, do I have to fly in there? Gotcha. Alright, let's do it. I have a feeling this is gonna be very Star Foxy. Maybe.
Yeah, made it through.
Whoa, these dreadnoughts are all busted up.
Not all. Look, 9 o'clock. They don't seem active, though.
For now. But we spent time getting here. Time Grax used to collect Nova. Soon as these dreadnoughts are fueled up.
We won't let it happen.
I am afraid it only gets worse. The Warden Station, it's not orbiting the solar shield. It's inside of it. Inside? That's crazy!
Okay, you're telling me we still can't reach Grax after all this? No, there has to be a way in.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Hey, geniuses. If that shield's so tough, how's that dreadnought getting through?
You're right. Maybe if we disguised our vessel code somehow.
Dude, hold up. If the dreadnought can go through the shield, why don't we just go through the dreadnought?
That isn't a bad
That actually
idea.
is a pretty good idea.
Seriously? We all head in there, we'll be sitting ducks.
Then only one of us goes. I'm not sure we have other options. Hold on. I've got something.
Warning. Legion Drakes incoming.
Everyone, prepare to engage.
Let's go ahead and pop this nice and early.
Watch out. Dreadnought's sending more Drakes our way.
That's fine.
We're running out of time. One of us needs to fly through that dreadnought or we'll lose our chance.
I'm on it.
Are you sure? Once you're on the other side, we won't be able to help.
So I just have to go for it.
Look, Sankrat saved me. Time to pay it forward.
No, it says destroy Drakes is the mission.
But you have to go now.
There we go. Now it's...
Warning. Dreadnought defenses engaged. Prepare for battle.
Oh, and I have to fight this.
The
Okay.
dreadnought can't defend itself while it's coming through the shield, so just hit the missile hatch and go straight for the core.
Yeah, and honestly, the R-Wing is, like, really fragile, and I don't really like using it. I was using it a bit last night.
Nice, dude! Nice! Get in, we'll cover you.
Interior controls enabled.
I'm inside and gunning straight for that reactor.
Razor, we're reading an energy spike from the station. We might not be able to...
Starlink communication disrupted.
Right. Then I'll go it alone.
Does that mean I also can't swap my parts? You think it would.
Starlink, come to bend to my...
Oh, this is so Androssy all of a sudden.
Sorry to disappoint, Brax. I'm putting a stop to this. You're done, you hear me?
Yes. The harvest of Atlas is over. Your efforts to stop me have failed. My legion has fed on its nova, and now we take to the stars. Perhaps I'll visit yours.
No! I'll stop you if it's the last thing I do!
Whoops.
I've got eyes on the core.
How do I consistently get lined up with these lasers to take damage? It's kind of annoying. I try so hard to not get lined up with them, and it still just, like, happens naturally.
station is ahead. Good luck.
Where are you, Grax? Get out here!
This is very final battle feeling.
I am in the stars. I am on every planet in Atlas. I surround you. So come bear witness as I claim every world in this galaxy.
This ends here.
Oh, I swear if this guy's final form is like a brain, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Rid me of this blemish.
Gravity's so strong. What else you got, huh? Come on, you and me, right now.
You thought you would challenge me? The Wardens lifted me from darkness. They gave me Nova. They chose me. You, you are a speck of dust on the pages of history.
That it? Come out and face me, you coward.
Thanks for giving me, like, enough time for my health to regen.
You don't understand. Just as the old Wardens did. In their fear, they abandoned the Legion. You seek to destroy them, but I have made so much more.
Farm some experience. Oh, you've been busy.
Now I am the Warden. My Legion Scion will lead the harvest and cast this galaxy into a new age.
No! You're nothing but a monster!
Your leader understood. He tasted power and came here to claim it just as I
Not feeling very good about this.
Getting too hot.
I see your
Got anything but imps.
Everything's frozen.
Can we not?
Can't move.
So he's icy now, so let's fuck him up. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Not my shit.
It's seriously cold in here.
Keep it up. They can't take much more.
I'm gonna want ice back, I think.
witness the power of the Warden Reborn!
Grax! Your dumb scion's out of control! It's melting the station! Call it off, or we both lose!
No, it will not bend. The Wardens gave me this power.
Whoa.
It is mine to control.
Yeah, I've never understood Fahrenheit and Celsius, like, comparatively. I did change this game to Fahrenheit so that I'd actually know, like, how hot this shit is. Which, at the moment, 60 degrees is, like, that's pretty comfortable, actually. Wow, it just outright melted.
Starlink communications reestablished.
Razor, are you there? The shield's collapsing. Once it falls, we won't survive. You need to get through the portal now.
I'm en route.
Why did the Wardens allow my scion to fall? You've cursed me!
Oh, well, we gotta have an escape sequence.
He made it out!
What? I'm turning around.
Don't you dare! Just go without me. I'll handle this.
Okay, hurry.
I will destroy you!
You killed St. Grand! I'll make you pay for all the pain you caused!
Then I can't cook and here!
I kind of want to let my special rip, but I also don't want this to be too easy, so let's hold on to that. We'll use it as an oh shit button.
So, Shade, are you going to join us?
Okay, try it now. What's this about, anyway?
Oh, you'll see.
Nice shot.
Thanks. Here it is.
Grax is gone. Atlas is free again.
I still don't know who that little furry character is.
We can be proud of what we accomplished here.
I can't believe we did it. Great work, everyone.
St. Grand would be proud. But he saw something on that station. The answers we seek.
This isn't the end, Judge. Your home is out there somewhere. And we'll find it.
So I like that it's not like... It kind of doesn't have... Like, they could clearly do an expansion of some sort if they wanted to. Or maybe that's post-game. I'm not keeping hopes too high. That boss was... the boss was a little on the easy side, but I over-prepared, so... I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, considering how quickly you could have gotten through the campaign, I think it's probably pretty hard if you come here too early, especially if you don't take out all the dreadnoughts and stuff.
Again, I overprepared, so I'm not surprised that it went past pretty quickly. Good timing, View. So, for the most part, I would still absolutely recommend this game to people. I think a lot of... I think this game is, like... I don't think it's going to do very well. I think a lot of people are going to write it off either because of Toys to Life or because of Ubisoft and Ubisoft's history. And I understand that, but, like, I still think it's a really well put together game. I had a lot of fun playing it. Like, I don't regret picking it up at all. It passed my test of... I've mentioned before, I expect a game... I expect to get hours out of a game equal to how many dollars I spent. So it passed that test. You can definitely beat the game without having to buy extra content. Completion... I think you can also do full completion without buying content, but it's going to be pretty tedious at times. I think a lot of the open world aspects of the game are really well designed. I think the gameplay is really good, like I mentioned earlier. Just like driving around the planets is a lot of fun. You don't really mind going from point A to point B like in some games. So they did well in that regard. The world is very interesting. Like, every planet was more interesting than the last for the most part. They all have, like, interesting, like... not necessarily structures, but, like, plant life and such. They all have, like, interesting environments to look at. They have interesting, like, wildlife walking around that kept me captivated. It kept me saying, like, oh, look at that over there, oh, look at that over there. I never went to a planet where I was like, I've absolutely seen this before and I'm bored right now. So that keeps you hooked. My big thing is that I feel like if they would have made it so that you could earn the weapons through an in-game mean, I think that's their biggest misstep, is that the weapons create, like, such gameplay diversity, and you can only get them by buying them. On one hand, you don't really need them. Honestly, one of the problems I had with this game is enemy variety. There's not many different types of enemies to fight, and that's good because that means that you don't need all the different weapon types. They didn't make something that you need a gravity weapon to defeat or anything like that. So that works out, but it was also like I reached a point in the game where I was like, I've already like when are they going to introduce another enemy to me, because there's only like maybe a dozen different enemy types, and I feel like that's being generous. I feel like there's not even a dozen. So that's kind of meh. There could have definitely been more space combat, because the space combat's a lot of fun, but basically the only thing you ever do in space is take out those outlaw outposts and the dreadnoughts. Like, there's basically only 2 different types of space encounters, so that kind of sucks. Since it's a new brand, I feel like this is it's a good start. I think they're off to a good start. If they make like a Starlink 2, I think that's going to be something to really keep your eyes on, because I actually didn't know that Miyamoto like helped with the game at all, unless it was just like supervisor for the Nintendo content. It's another installment in the open world genre that I think actually delivers on being open world. You still have a very linear story that you have to work through in a certain order, but I didn't feel like that was locking me from doing things. I didn't feel like I reached a point where I was like, I'm out of side quests and now I have to continue the storyline to move on with my life. Which a lot of open world games do, and that's why I don't like open world games, because a lot of them will be like, look at all these side missions. Oh, I did all the side missions. I have to continue the main story to unlock more side missions. And that wasn't the case here. So that was pretty nice.
for the most part, I was able to just go places and do what I wanted to do. I just wish they hadn't have made that one misstep on microtransactions / Toys to Life. I feel like, for the most part, I'm able to kind of get past it and be like, I still really enjoyed the game, but some people will legitimately not even give the game a chance if they hear that there's one thing that they messed up. Especially when it comes to something like DLC and Toys to Life. That'll turn a lot of people off, but on the other hand, I think it's a surprisingly aware decision that they decided to make it that you could buy the content digitally. You don't have to go buy the toys, you can buy the content digitally at half price. That's a surprisingly aware decision. Most Toys to Life don't do that. They make you go get the toys and spend more money. So the fact that they even offered that option, I give them points for that, because most projects like this don't attempt that. They just say, no, go buy the toys, give us your money. That's true, Wally. If you hear something bad about a game and make your decision based on that, a lot of people would not play a lot of games. So yeah, you're completely true. You're completely right there. Sometimes you just got to take the plunge, you know? I have a couple of... We were talking earlier, I have a couple bad feelings about Pokemon Let's Go. I'm still on the fence about it, but I think I'm just gonna take the plunge and just do it and just give it a chance. Sometimes I think that's what you gotta do. That can be tough, of course, because that means you need the money to be able to take the plunge, but I think sometimes that's the right thing to do. Sometimes you gotta listen to your gut. And that's what I did with this game. I had some hesitations, some things I wasn't sure about, but I was like, you know what? My gut says that I'm going to enjoy this game. I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna do it. And I don't regret that. I think that's the important thing to take away. I do think it has its flaws, for sure. But I can look past flaws in some cases. At this point now, it is a... does beating the game open up some other type of, like, completion to work on? Like Logan just asked, what is this game's post game? Does it have a post game? Unfortunately, I hate how AAA developers always have credits that last like 15 minutes. Like, why? Why? I understand, like, I want to see all of these names. I haven't even checked to see if I can skip this, because I typically believe in, like, if you're playing a game on stream a lot, I feel like you should at least let the credits roll once, just out of respect for the developers. But why do they have to take so long? You could easily have easily compiled these names and had them listed like 3 columns across, and went through this much faster. And during all of that, we did go over 10 likes, so let me drop some pixels for you guys while we wait for these to finish. I don't even necessarily need a mini game in credits. It's not the worst thing, but just move it along. Even just a video of gameplay on the side or something, like something more,
eye-catching. Yeah, but something I've been thinking about a bit lately, this is kind of an answer to Logan's question, is, and I think I've mentioned this a few times, I've been considering something that I'm calling Nintagious Overnight, and that's basically going to be a later stream after the main stream that I won't, like, schedule. I'll just kind of do it whenever I feel like doing it. And those are typically going to be more chill streams, and they'll probably mostly be on weekends. And those will be for, like, I'll probably be playing slower games. So honestly, this might be the last main slot stream for Starlink, but I might play it again on one of those overnight streams and do side quest stuff. Because honestly, viewership for Starlink has been dropping, like, very quickly. When I first started playing it, I was getting a lot of views, but it's been declining, like, with every single episode. So I think continuing to stream it is, like, not necessarily the best idea. Unless I'm, like, 100% into it, and, like, my regulars are 100% into it. So if people want to see more Starlink, I'll continue playing Starlink, but I've noticed that the stream view count has been, like, going down. So I think, for me, I'm kind of like, I should probably move on and play some other stuff, too. Yeah, the first Starlink stream did really well, but it was also a birthday stream, to be fair. And it might have pulled in more views because of that. But for the most part, I've noticed every Starlink stream having less views and less likes. Or not necessarily less likes, but less views than the one before it. And to a point, stuff like views is tricky. Because part of me doesn't care, and then the other part of me is like, well, you kind of gotta care. Like, but to a point, if my community is interested in hanging out and watching a game, that's kind of all I need. I'm okay with playing something that might be a little underwatched if they're really down for it. See, the console has gone into screen dimming 3 times during these credits. That is too long. This is now, like, more than 15 minutes. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. That seems like such a dumb thing to complain about, I guess, but you can skip it, but it's probably almost done at this point. But yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll, like, tomorrow and Sunday, and then next week, I'll probably be playing completely different things. And if a bunch of people say, like, are you gonna play more Starlink, I'd probably be like, absolutely. If people want to see stuff, I'm typically down for playing it. Yeah, usually I do something else while I'm watching credits, and I mean, right now, I'm basically just hanging out with you guys, but these are still too long. But yeah, for, like, the next week, I don't think there will be another Starlink stream within, like, the next week, with the exception of maybe I'll do one of these overnight streams. I did get all the layouts ready for that stuff last night, so I'm basically ready to do them as soon as I feel like doing them. Which we'll kind of wing it on. On nights I decide to do overnight streams, what I'll probably do is I'll probably stream till around 1 o'clock as normal. I'll stop, we'll raid, and I'll take a break for like 30 to 60 minutes. Probably, like, you know, get something to eat, just kind of take it easy for a bit, and then I'll start the stream back up.
Yeah, you can skip it. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. What if it skip? What if there's something at the end of the credits and it skips past that too? You know what I mean? I like to sit through it at least once. This will be the last time though. Like if the credits ever come up on stream again, I'll definitely skip them. But yeah, over the next week, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow and Sunday. I haven't decided yet. But then Monday, I'm gonna start what I want to do for Halloween, and that's pretty much going to be all week until I finish it. Don't know what I'm doing tomorrow and Sunday. Maybe I'll get back to Chasm and try and do that on hard mode. I don't know if I'll be able to do that in 2 streams. That's the thing there. I could try and do another Celeste stream and then like a Mega Man 11 stream or something. I also don't want to start Mario 3 yet because when I sit down to Mario 3, I think I just want to do it in like one sitting. And since this coming week is going to potentially be like 3 or 4 nights in a row of the same game of what I'm playing for Halloween, I don't want to start something just to put off continuing it for a week. So I'll probably start Mario 3 after that. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll probably try and do... Maybe... It's probably going to be Celeste and Mega Man 11 or Chasm this weekend. I've never even heard of that game. But yeah, I don't have anything set up for mobile streaming. I don't even know how to set things up for mobile streaming. My phone is kind of old, though, so I don't think it's something that I would even pursue. Yeah, the credits are so long, they've played, like, multiple songs at this point. I'm at the point where I'm like, I think I'm gonna go take a bathroom break while these finish. Because this is getting silly. Yeah, exactly. It's only AAA developers that have credits that last this long. It's only third-party AAA developers that have credits that last this long. Even Mega Man 11's credits were like less than 5 minutes. Like it was just kind of like they were just done. Yeah, that's the sad thing, is there's probably not going to be anything at the end of this. I have a feeling it's just going to spit me back into the game, out into the game, into space, and like that's going to be that. And I think the bad thing is, like, all these people deserve to be, like, recognized for what the work they did on these games, but, like, I don't even know what some of this shit means. What's Harbor? Like, I don't even know what some of that, like, what is that? What did these people actually do? But yeah, I'm not crazy, right? This has been like 20 minutes. This is pretty silly. Chances are, once these are over, I am going to take a quick break to like go use the bathroom and just stretch. And then I'll probably just kind of poke around on some of the... Like, I still have like a lot to do on all the planets, even if there isn't some grand post-game thing to do. There's still plenty to do, so I'm probably going to do that for like, you know, another hour and a half. Like, the stream certainly isn't over with this. This is just an incredibly awkward 20-minute intermission. Thanks, Master Hand. So I'm just going to go check up on Discord. Why is this still going? Oh, I think I made Discord mod only. Sorry. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, there's so many names at this point. Who's registering any of this information? Right? I never would have even noticed that they had looped back around. Yeah, like, I'm reaching a point now where I'm like... Are we seriously still going? Is this a trick to see how many streamers will actually show the entire damn thing? This is hilariously long. Oh, I can speed him up. Okay. That's something. Let's do that. Yeah, I was just wondering that, because I was looking at another Discord channel, actually, and I was wondering, does everybody see the same entrance message? I'm not sure if they do. I'll actually go give you a proper role right now. I think you're a regular, right? Yeah, you have more than 12 hours. Okay, it's done. Oh yeah, and what did you say? You activated my trap card, but I play a reverse spell card, causing you to lose all your life points. Yeah, if somebody got a completely different message, they'd probably be like, the hell are you talking about? Are these looping around? Is that a thing? Alright, yeah, enough is enough.
Anomaly detected.
Eli is so cool.
Well, looks like we ain't done here yet.
Great, what happened? Grax has been defeated, but his dreadnoughts are still active. Destroy all of his dreadnought captains, reach full alliance on all planets, and finally bring peace to the Atlas star system.
We just received a shipment of Electrum from our prospector allies.
Reach 100% alliance in Atlas.
Starlink database updated.
All pilots gain 1 skill point. More than 1 skill point. I got 3 skill points. So that's interesting. They didn't respawn a dreadnought here, but they respawned them down here. Everything is hard difficulty now. Or no, this is now easy difficulty, but this is now hard difficulty. I'm confused. Credits are 45 minutes long. That's insane. Yeah, I'm glad I said fuck it, enough of this, because that was already way too long. And hey, Paul, how's it going? Yeah, sorry if you only came in, like, while the credits were rolling. That sucks. Where am I even? Oh, I'm over at the... Alright, so... yeah, we definitely still got some stuff to do, so that's good. Let's, I do want to take a quick, I do want to take a break really quick before I jump back into that. But what do you guys think, I should do? Let's look at this map really quick. Like, these dreadnoughts are active, but they haven't dropped any primes yet. So I could take one of them out just to stop them from dropping any primes, because they're not going to drop one for another 30 minutes. So I could take one of them out before they even cause trouble. Which, taking this one out is pretty tempting, because this planet's already 100%, so I kind of don't want to lose that. This one I might let go. This one I might let cause some problems while I'm working on these planets, and just start, just see what happens. Like, if I go a couple more hours in, is a dreadnought gonna spawn up here too? Is it just, like, never ending now? Like, at this point it's, okay, let's find out exactly what's going on here. So I guess a better question is like, where do you guys think I should go? Well, I think we're gonna go take this dreadnought out first to save this planet, basically, so that I don't have to redo anything on this planet, because this is basically in great shape, and I don't want to lose any of that. And then I could come here. Coming down here is basically just going to be looking for crashes, so that might be kind of boring. Or I can, like, come out to this planet, which I have, like, so little of it claimed. There's still a lot to do here. So I could come out here, or I could come out here, because there's still so much to do on those planets. And even on Tundria, there's still a lot to do. So yeah, definitely not done yet. I don't know about stream future. I'll have to think about it and see just how much people want to see more of it. But yeah, let me take a break really quick. I feel really bad going on a break after we were sitting here watching credits for that damn long, but if I knew they were going to be that long, I would have gotten up and taken a break during, honestly. But I do want to stretch and use the bathroom and get a drink, maybe. Yeah, get a drink. And then yeah, I'll poke around for a bit more here. Like I said, probably for about another hour. And then, I'll probably call it quits around 1. And then, I don't know, I might do an overnight one tonight. Maybe, because it is Friday, so I figure some people might be down for staying up later, right? I don't know. We'll see. Alright. I'm happy with that break taking less time than the credits did. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go take this dreadnought out first. That's what we're gonna do. Because that's actually the only planet that I have 100% complete right now, and I don't want them to mess it up. The other ones I'm kind of more okay with because they're not completely done anyway. But, and then I think we're gonna go up to Necrom, because there's still, like, a lot of stuff to do up there. Alright, so let's save the galaxy. Universe, whatever. Alright, yeah, so let's book it over here. Did I miss anything else? Yeah, I think 1 AM is like a pretty comfortable stop time. Usually midnight, 1 o'clock is when I start to notice people are dropping like flies. So I usually like to stop before everybody goes to sleep, because I don't want to, like, I like to get a raid in before I like to get a raid in when we end. So if I drag it on for too long, then we're just never gonna get there.
Incoming outlaw hyperspace traffic.
Son of a bitch.
Going in for another attack.
I was gonna say, where did the... Oh, great, it's a gravity one. So here's a problem. Like, I can't open this gravity chest. Oh, it looks like there's a stasis one right over here. But, like, no, it's a heat canister, so I can't actually open this one because there's not a status canister here. So sometimes relying on the canisters, like, doesn't even work. I mean, like I said, I might, there's only the one stasis weapon anyway. So there's what? There's gravity and vortex, stasis, frost, and freeze, and overheat. But, like, a lot of these other ones never really felt like I needed them. I feel like stasis is the only one I was like, that way it would have been useful to have that.
Warning. Incoming outlaw hyperspace.
And maybe gravity. And yeah, like, weapons aren't too expensive. I might pick one of those up just for the sake of convenience. Shit.
Proximity alert. Legion Dreadnought. Hyperdrive disabled. Warning. Dreadnought defenses engaged. Prepare.
Are these outlaws actually running away, since we're, like, right next to the Dreadnought? No, they're just, like, scattering and being annoying.
Can't hit me. Let's get out of here.
They won't soon forget that.
A big thing for me with this game, too, like I mentioned a bit earlier, is, like, are they going to patch in new content at all? Will there be moments where, like, in a month, they're gonna be like, we added a new planet? And it's like, well, that'll be pretty cool, too, if they do. As long as they don't then sell the new planet as DLC. Like, if they do that, then fuck it. But if they add, like, new free planets, I'd feel more compelled to pick up more to buy more content. Because they're doing something to keep me engaged. I need more health. Are these dreadnoughts actually, like, getting better? I don't remember the early dreadnoughts being, like, golden. I thought they were, like, black.
Good work.
Turrets are down. Engage the ocular beacons.
They turned on the laser turrets. Take them out.
Honestly, that sentence wasn't that bad without a comma. I guess I could nitpick, but that was still completely readable. Lack of commas bother me when it's like too completely, like, when the sentences themselves barely stand on their own. And then you're kind of like, what the fuck am I reading?
Fools! Fire the missiles! Don't let them get inside this dreadnought!
The missile launcher. That's our way in.
Like, technically, you connected the two sentences with so. So is basically a comma. There's probably a better way of explaining this. I don't really know all the technicalities with grammar, but like, so is still connecting those two thoughts. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Seven. It's still like sentence structure, you know? If you didn't have the so in there, it would have been like, then it would have just been a terrible run-on. But since that's there, it kind of tells people like, this is the part where I'm talking, like, I'm transitioning thoughts a little bit. Also, I'm getting my ass kicked on this ship, on this dreadnought. Is anybody noticing that?
Interior exposed. Entry is now possible.
Starlink is inside. The defensive lasers should take care of them.
I guess the thing is there's a difference between having perfect grammar and having sentences that are actually eligible. As long as it's eligible, I don't care for the most part. It's when people get so lazy about sentence structure that you can't even understand what they're saying, that's when it becomes a problem for me. Oh, good time for an electrum shipment. Thank you.
You think you've won? You just sealed your fate. My Dreadnought's reactor will be your doom. They can't dodge forever.
All right, time to run. Ready to rock.
No, I can't believe it.
Did we get more skill points for that? Like, that's kind of crazy. Can you just get, like, kind of unlimited skill points from fighting those? One more skill point, I can max out her tree and then find out, does anything happen when you do that? Okay, so Sonatus is safe. I could go build some more outposts, but it doesn't really mean anything. I have like 100% Discovery, I have 100% Alliance, there aren't any Legion poking around. So I'm just gonna consider that good. I should go back here at some point, but oh, you mean like the guy in charge of the ship? Yeah, sometimes they imply early on that they're ejecting through via escape pod, but like you never see that. So yeah, I don't know. All right, so yeah, I think I'm gonna head to Necrom. I think we're gonna head to Necrom. Because there's gonna be plenty to do on that planet. It'll probably be like the best example of the game, I guess. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, you know, if new people come in to check out the game, I don't want to be sitting here just poking around a planet and looking for shipwrecks, because that's gonna be like not so exciting. But if I come down here, there's gonna be all sorts of shit to do. So another reason why I want to let this Dreadnought actually cause some trouble, because then I'll have primes to go kill again.
Arriving at Necrom.
I don't trust this world. We can deal with the moderate amount of Legion, but there are older and darker threats here.
You don't say. So what are we gonna do? Let's I guess our current objective should be taking out all the extractors and all the hives. And just kind of exploring in general. So like there's ruins right here, so let's go do that. Oh right, I should probably switch back to flamethrowers because of, why am I still flying? Get on the goddamn ground. There we go.
Analysis. The Nova may be more easily dislodged if targeted with heat weaponry.
Let's go ahead and switch that back. Of course, now there's fire imps popping out. Like, fuck me, right?
Nice choice. Your weapon's tearing them apart.
Didn't I kill that guy? Is there another one? Yes, there is. Asshole. I think we good. Gotta totally get distracted and leave and do this.
Partial scan complete. Scan more specimens to complete the DNA profile.
It's actually something still active here, apparently. There we go. There's another one? Are you kidding me? Alright, whatever.
That's not gonna work.
Alright, I have to get my ship repaired. Still using the R-Wing. Whoa.
Necrom's a real tough planet for most prospectors. It's cold, it's got low gravity, and the atmosphere is razor thin. But there was just too much electrum to ignore.
Let's go back here and repair my ship before we do anything else.
Your inventory's looking hefty, Starlink. Come offload some cores, we could use them.
I was gonna say, I think I'm just gonna watch you die.
Ready for deployment. Understood. Fleet repair under...
Alright, here we go.
Back up to fighting strength.
Alright, here now. Let's grab this. Yeah, it sounded like you've had to do a lot of waking up early lately. I definitely hate, like, having to wake up, like, via alarm. Be OCD and actually go for, like, uncovering the map. Even though I don't think uncovering the map, like, matters at all. I think it, when it says, like, 100% of a planet discovered, that's not from, like, revealing it. That's just from seeing the different, like, points on the map. So this is completely my own OCD to making me do this.
Big haul of Electrum just came in. Good thing we got so many prospector pals, huh?
Yeah, I beat it at like about 30 minutes ago. And then sat on the credits for like 20 minutes before I said fuck this and skipped them. It was more or less the ending I expected, to be honest. It was a little easy, but like I said, I kind of over-prepared, so... it's fine. Like, didn't really bother me. So now we got some tedium, because now we need to find stasis canisters. I am like 100% tempted to like just go buy the stasis weapon like right now, just to make some of this shit a little bit less tedious. And I have balance on the eShop anyway, so it wouldn't even be like out of my pocket technically.
Neither him. The town lasted that long, though. Legion made sure of that.
Yeah, it was alright. Like I said, it was basically what I expected, so... honestly, with open world games, that's like... that stuff takes a backseat, unfortunately. For better or worse. It's part of my grief with Breath of the Wild. It's like one of the best open world games ever made, but the plot and the characters are like so like barely there. And it's kind of like... that's something I expect out of a Zelda game, you know? Is to have like all these memorable characters and locations, but Breath of the Wild kind of didn't have that for me. Yeah, see, I can't find any goddamn stasis canisters around here, so like, I just can't get in here right now, I guess. I'm gonna have to come back later when that one canister respawns. It's really shoddy design there. Which means I'm gonna have to remember that there's still stuff here, which is infuriating. There's an ice canister, so there could be canisters up here. I wasn't really looking up here, but look around like a little bit more before I say fuck it and leave. I think the really stupid thing is, and I'm waiting for somebody to like call me out on this because they wouldn't be wrong. Like I've said that if anybody was interested in this game, I would recommend that they just pick up the $80 deluxe digital version because it comes with everything. But why the fuck do you have to pay $80 for, like, the full game? Like, it should be $60. And I completely, like, they're not wrong. I will agree that I felt like I was kind of expecting Grax to be a bit more... have a bit more to him. Not necessarily fight-wise, but, like, story-wise. Like, who was he? Why was he doing all that? Is he just evil? Why is he evil? I don't know, I like my villains to have, like, a little bit of backstory and, like, something you can even sympathize with.
Marking on your map now.
To anyone receiving this, I'm stranded. Help me. Bit off a bit more than I...
Let's jump over here.
You there. Much obliged, friend.
Oh, here's one. Like, in the middle of fucking nowhere. You shouldn't have to look this far for them. That's the problem. You shouldn't have to stray this far from the puzzle to find the solution. I mean, keep in mind, like I said, I might... tonight might be the first overnight stream. I might finish this up, take a break, get something to eat, and then I might come back in a bit. So... now is this done? I think that's everything. Or did this have 2 gates? No, so now this is... now these ruins are done. Alright, so let's go over here. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I'm probably, even after the stream ends, I'm probably just gonna be playing Starlink all night. I'm probably just gonna keep digging into this and going for it. So it's like, I might as well just keep streaming it, right? Especially since it's a weekend, people can stay up later. I know I have, like, quite a few people who are either, like, third shift or just older and can stay up later that might appreciate having something to watch. Oh, I didn't finish scanning these guys yet. Let's do that.
Electrum shipment just came in from our prospector friends.
About that guy. Haven't done this either. Platiflap?
It's called a platiflap. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. They've got sharp claws, but they use them to dig for food, not for fighting.
A Galga, one of the quiet sentinels of Necrom. Prospectors once used them as beasts of burden.
Alright.
Legion corruption detected on nearby fauna.
More? Didn't I, like, just save you?
Outlaw hostiles detected.
The hell is that? Up there. But I don't know, I keep thinking about, like, my stance on this game. It probably sounds like I just won't shut up about it, but I'm also like, I don't want people to think that I'm being hyper negative about this game. Because I've talked before in the past about how, like, I don't think games can be perfect. I don't think a game being perfect is an obtainable thing. I think every game has things they do right and things they do wrong. ultimately, at the end of the day, when somebody considers a game good or bad, what it comes down to is, what is there more of? Is there more good or is there more bad? And I think with this game, there's definitely more good. Like, I do have some problems with it, but I would say for the most part, it's good. Now where am I going? Are these two things like literally the only thing I built on this planet? I should find a hive. I should just like book it off in this direction. See what we can find. Find a hive and drop a observatory so that I can actually like see some things on this planet.
Gravity damage received. Recommend using stasis weaponry against the enemy.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that. If they were to make another planet and be like, oh, we added an entirely new planet to the game, so why is it different than other planets? Like, yeah, you're not wrong there. I mean, like I said, there's not many enemy types. They could add completely new enemy types. I don't think adding new pilots and new ships are necessarily the way to go either. Whoops, my bad. You looked like a drone. What can I say?
Mayday! My ship's non-responsive.
Like if they were to add another like round of the toys, right? Of like new pilots with new ships, I'd kind of be like, so. Because, like, that doesn't really add much to the game as far as I'm concerned. Which is why I'm okay with that part being paid content. The weapons add a lot, and that's why I don't think they should be locked behind that. But ships and pilots are basically the equivalent of buying skins in other games. So, like, I'm okay with that. I mean, it's kind of oversimplifying it a little bit, because pilots have, like, different specials, and ships have different stats, but for the most part, it's not as game-changing as weapons are.
If you destroy it, we can follow the chain to other extractors.
That note's out.
Whoops. More space battles would be a good idea. More like types of ships to fight. I don't think they necessarily have to mess with the gameplay at all. I think different enemy types with different attacks would be fine. Because that would still be like a different experience. Man, I like didn't find anything coming this way. Maybe we should go off in that direction, actually. I don't know, like core gameplay is very fragile. You don't want to mess with it too much. Cuz like this gameplay already works. So if they try and add something like... Some people might say that it's dumb that this ship I'm using can go both to a planet that's boiling and to a planet that's freezing. Why would one ship be suited to both environments? But if it wasn't, you'd be forced to switch ships whenever you went to a different planet. That would not be a good gameplay decision, in my opinion. So I don't think doing something like that would necessarily be a good idea. If they were to be like, well, we're adding a new planet, but this one's like toxic and it has like acid rain and it corrodes your ship, so you're gonna have to get a completely new ship to come to this planet. No, that's bad. Don't do that. Like, that's not interesting gameplay. I think the gameplay of the ships and everything are already in good shape. I think there just needs to be more stuff to fight. And a more variety of stuff to fight, without also making, like, while also avoiding making you feel like you need all the different weapon types to be able to succeed. Because we have fire enemies, we have frost enemies, and we have gravity enemies. Stasis enemies don't exist, but on the other hand, are they going to be a huge pain in the ass to deal with? Are you going to need a gravity weapon to deal with them? That's not necessarily great design, if that's the case. Do you want an observatory here? Is this a good... This is good placement for an observatory.
Observatory systems live. Come collaborate with us when you're ready. I see you're carrying some cores with you. We'd be happy to purchase some if you're selling.
I'm not. So shut the fuck up. That's what I have to say about that. Let's see. Give me a quest.
When the very first expeditionaries landed here, they set up survey sites and recorded everything.
That doesn't really do anything for me. That doesn't really do anything for me either. Neither does that. That works.
I'll clock their location in no time.
Yeah, I'm looking for quests that, like, send me out to do things like this that I'm gonna be doing anyway.
Rather fond of her. It'd be good to know she's okay.
They want my cores because I have them, basically.
Target located. They're taking heavy fire.
If I get rid of my cores, they'd stop asking. I mean, cores, that's all you do with cores. So that's why they want them, I guess.
Who are you exactly?
It's not like there's anything else to do with them and they're valuable.
The way a ghoul crab does? Get me one of their pustules and I'll make a mod.
Well, that sounds nasty. But it's probably the last sample I need, so.
We're here to help. I'll get you what you need.
Alright. This way. Whee. Nope. It begins. It begins. I challenge you, Legion. I want to see how badly you can fuck up that planet before I get there. Let's see what you can do. Let's get this off of you first. Be nice before I shoot you in the ass to get your friggin' pustules.
That's it. You won't hurt me anymore.
Excuse me?
Hey, what's with the attack? Quit it.
You've opened fire on me.
Oh, activated.
You got a ghoul crab pustule. Nice one. They emit a toxic vapor, so try not to breathe it in.
Oh, good. I'm only downwind as I'm carrying it.
Oh, surprised to see you. Thought you ran off. Excellent work getting the pustule. This mod will keep you strong and steady. Synthesizing now.
I haven't even looked at mods in a long time. Like, I don't know if I have... I might have better ones than what I'm currently using, but my current setup's, like, pretty solid, so I'm just gonna stick with it. Alright, this is looking good now. We have lots of stuff to do, so we're just gonna kind of head off in this direction, I think. Yeah, unless he was shooting at the crab and he missed. But what the hell was, like... What?
really level 30 now?
Warning. Legion reinforcements have arrived.
I'm burning up.
Like, I'm tired of fighting these guys. Everything I do, I have to fight one of these. If I'm doing one of these ships, I have to fight one. If I'm liberating ruins, I have to fight one. Like, they're everywhere. It's kind of dumb. Like, these guys are everywhere too, but they die really fast, so it kind of doesn't matter as much. Those gravity guys take forever to kill, though. Yeah, as soon as he opened fire, I was like, did I just discover a new mechanic? Like, did I just make an enemy somehow? That's why I shot back, but then he was just like, hey, who cares? Alright, this is gonna be annoying, and it's gonna require me to use probably gravity tanks, if I had to guess. No stasis, even worse. Because the only thing I've seen around here so far have been gravity tanks. There's one. I guess there's a decent amount, but I am really tempted when I take that break before potentially doing the overnight stream. I think I'm just gonna go buy the stasis weapon. Especially if this one frustrates me. Yeah, right? Those gravity guys take, like, way long to kill. Oops. How many do I need? 5? I don't think I'm timed on this one, at least. I don't think this is a timed one. This is just hitting it in the right order, so that might help. I think a better way to do this would have been, like, make them missiles that you load or something. So you wouldn't have had to worry about, like, picking them up like this. You could have just, like, pew 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 and been done. But yeah, at least that one wasn't timed, so that was, like, a little bit better. The other ones were all timed, and they were really dumb.
A system of complex routes lead from this spire deep into the planet's crust. I believe they fed electrons straight into the ecosystem.
Okay, let's... No, let's go over here and capture these. And then I can take this.
Watch your fire there, pal.
Shut up.
My Much appreciated, pal. Thought I was a
Oh, I didn't even see that probe there. Yeah, why is like all of the Legion stuff gold now? Is anyone else noticing that?
Uplink established.
Is that just because post-game, I guess?
Bank. Remain nearby to maintain connection.
These rules are frozen stiff. Ready to rock.
Oh, they actually destroyed this outpost before I could get here. Oops. This was a refinery. I was like, what do you mean, build outpost?
Refinery live and operational. Looks like you got some cores with you. I'll buy them off you, no questions asked.
I have a feeling it's just supposed to symbolize that, like, yeah, I think everything's like a step harder now since I beat the game. Because remember when I looked out at the map, it says like this is considered like a hard sector now. Whereas now this is considered easy. Unless that's dynamic based on, like, how captured the planets are or something. That wouldn't make sense, though, because this sector is, like, fairly safe. So why would it be considered hard? And there's still just so much to do here. It's definitely not a game there's a shortage of things to do. And I think it's the type of world that you can definitely get lost in. Let's build... That's a perfect spot for another observatory. We're going to go over there and put one there. This is going to be... This will be a workshop.
Workshop systems.
We already have 2 armories here, right? I don't need more of this. Yeah, I am kind of ridiculously rich in this game. Electrum is basically arbitrary. I don't ever have to pay attention to that. And even Nova, I'm now at a point where I have like more than I know what to do with. And where the hell did you guys come from? He only destroys them when they're close by. That sucks. Where did you come from?
Cold damage is empowering the enemy.
That's the right weapon for the job.
Yeah, how you like that? Get off of me. Seriously, where are these enemies coming from? I'm still in combat with something, apparently. There's something. There we go. There's still something over here, but...
Uplink established. Breaching Legion memory bank. Remain nearby to maintain connection. Caution. Legion forces on arrival.
Let's see. Didn't I see a hive out here that I was like, I'm gonna go destroy this? Where'd it go? Interesting. Maybe I got too far away.
Hello. Who are you?
Some nights the bot's pretty slow.
Don't mind the smoke. Seems I burned away my last.
Nah, that sounds annoying.
Crabs can resist all sorts of harm.
Mm.
And we're cooking up something. There's got to be
That's seriously it.
Can protect you. There's got.
We're here to help. I'll get you what you need.
That's enough. You forced me to defend myself.
Why is this happening again? Hello?
Please stop your attack. I'm on your side.
Gravity's way too strong.
I'm so confused by, like, what exactly is going on. Whenever I attack one of these crabs, somebody's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then complains when I fight back. I'm so confused. Currency is pretty easy to set up.
Surprised to see you. Thought you ran off. Did you get it?
It's Streamlabs chatbot is the bot I'm using.
An extremely putrid sample. It's perfect. Synthesizing your resiliency mod now.
Glad I could help.
Okay, so that's good. Let's take this. I could have sworn there was a hive like right here, and I was like, that's a perfect place for an observatory. And now I don't see it, so I guess it's because I got too far away or something. Oh cool, I just hit 100% on this planet. So that's something else I'm trying to consider, because like there are multiple ways, there's multiple definitions of 100%. I have 100% alliance, which is all they're asking me to do, but I haven't done like the discoveries and the exploration and stuff, so there's still like other stuff I can be working on for completion's sake. But since they're only asking for alliance at the moment, maybe I should just focus on that specifically first.
Much appreciated, pal. Thought I was a goner for sure.
Oh hey, who are you? I'd be a lot more efficient with a new helium. We used to ship Electrum to other star systems. If we could clear out the old
I
drive.
can do that.
Good. Here's the coordinates.
There's the hive. I can kind of see it on my mini map.
Anyone receiving this? I'm stranded.
Didn't I just help you?
Dry dock's not
Could have sworn I already did this.
Kept anyone from using it for decades. Stay sharp.
Much appreciated, pal. Thought I was a goner for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a hive like in that direction. We're gonna go looking for that after this, I think. I'm just gonna blow you guys up. Sometimes you just don't want to screw around, you know? God, there's more of them.
Seriously cold in here.
Awesome. Can't wait to see those big ships rolling in here again. Just like the old stories.
I would have liked to see them, like, actually fix up the ruins after, like, a certain amount of time. Like, you go back to, like, the first planet you did, and all the ruins are all, like, you know, like, not ruins anymore. That would have been pretty cool.
Necrom are haunted by ghosts. I've yet to see one, But some of the younger prospectors swear by it.
Let's go get that too. It's right there, so why not?
Big haul of Electrum just came in. Good thing we got so many prospector pals, huh?
Yeah, I kind of went overboard in the beginning parts of the game, and like, I have so many refineries on some planets. That's why I'm so freaking rich. I'd be curious to know if, like, stuff like building a proper economy on these planets is, like, is that more important on hard mode, for example?
Warning. Legion reinforcements have arrived.
Gravity's so strong.
And the hive is in that direction. I could have sworn it was more in this direction. I think I might keep going in this direction in case there's another one. I mean, there probably is. There's 6 hives on the planet, yeah. Let's keep poking around here. I guess I could see your point there. I don't know, it depends. It would have been cool if they had, like... There could have been ruins, but then there could have also been, like, cities that you come back and it's like, oh, like, this planet's populated now because I, like, fixed it. Yeah, there's a... Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go do those first. I'll come back for this. So I'm seeing a bunch of points out here that I can work with. Oops. Like, yeah, that's a good spot for an observatory. Let's do it.
Observatory systems green. Scanning surrounding environment now. I see you're carrying some cores with you. We'd be happy to purchase some if you're selling.
The Legion can still invade, yeah, but you can, like, build... Like, that's what the armories are for. They're there to fight back the Legion if they show up. Guess we could go over there and get this. I mean, realistically, like I said, I feel like I can leave since I have 100% alliance. Where do I not have 100% alliance? Where this thing is messing up? Should I just go do that? Should I just end the stream with that? Because my current mission is to just reach 100% alliance. I'm thinking maybe I should just do that and see what happens. Because this is the only planet I don't have 100% alliance on. All I have to do is go destroy this prime and maybe blow some other shit up. I'm just gonna do that and see what happens.
That'll be a good end to the stream, I think. And then, if everything else gets kind of side questy after that. I hate it when, like, sometimes fast traveling, like, doesn't come up correctly. What the hell? Come on. Are you serious? I guess because there was that, like, those ruins, like, or that wreck, like, between me and the planet. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, let's just go mess this thing up and see what happens. I have to act fast, because in 12 minutes they're going to drop another prime, so...
landfall on Vilas.
The Legion hasn't taken root here yet. Plenty of other things have, though.
And we don't know where it is. That's not good news. I think I'd be able to see it somewhere. Well, there's only one extractor up, so I guess I'll just blow that up.
Prime located.
Never mind.
Star map for additional details. Proximity alert. Prime detected.
This is a weak one. It should take like no time at all to kill.
Warning. Atmospheric corruption detected. Flight engines are infected.
Aim for its faceplate when the armor opens up.
Yeah, easy. We are not at full alliance, though.
Our prime on Vilas is down. Starlink, why don't you come and fight me in person instead of hiding down there in the dirt?
Prime destruction confirmed. Extractors going dormant.
Turn it in here. Could probably blow up this extractor while I'm here, just for funsies. Yeah, I already have guys here working on it, so screw it.
Ready to rock. That'll do it.
The extractor is vulnerable. Target the main structure.
That special is so, like, way too good. Man, I just got a ton of, like, legendary mods. All pilots gain 1 skill point. That's it? It's like so much shit popping up that it's... I think it's like trying to catch up at the moment. Maybe not, though. So now my main campaign is just keep Atlas safe.
You're looking heavy with cores there, pal. Bring him here. We'll help you unload him. Hey there.
Wait, no. You're not the one I wanted to give it to. Nice try. Nice try. Hey, Taro. How's it going?
There. We'd benefit greatly from some of the cores you're carrying if you wanted to barter. Finally, an intelligent being. Was beginning to think there weren't any on this world.
Yeah, I beat it about an hour and a half ago.
To give it to me. I'm touched.
And then like the
post
game like campaign was to get 100% alliance on every planet, which I just did. And now my campaign is just keep Atlas safe. So now I'm thinking it's just kind of a never-ending thing, like, because it doesn't. I want to say that these things are going to come back eventually, but I'm going to keep pushing and, like, I don't think I'm going to destroy this just yet, just in the interest of gameplay. Like, I think I'm going to work on the planets. I'm going to try to get all of these to, like, full completion, like, explore everything. And, then I'll come back here and take this out and fully liberate these planets. There's still like stuff I have left to explore.
Oh, cool. It keeps track of, like, how many you've killed. Wow, 796 Cyclops defeated. I've only beaten 15 primes. That doesn't really sound right. I've like all of those done. I still have like a lot of discoveries and tactical data. Oh, some tactical data to do. Which I wonder what these even are. Oh, it's like the last 2 wonders that I have to do. It's not a big deal. I think, as far as I know, there is a permanent paywall. Unless you have to like 100% everything to get there. I mean, I'm gonna keep going because I'm still really enjoying myself. I feel like there's only one weapon you have to buy, and even then, it's like it's really convenience. It's more so that you can take care of those spire puzzles without having to go pick up canisters, which is like could be worse, I guess, is how I'm looking at it. Anything else that I should do on this planet? See, how is this planet 77% complete when I've done everything? Like, what am I missing? Is it the fact that I don't have anything on these building sites? But don't I have... Yeah, on this planet, this is 100%, but I still have 3 empty building sites, so it can't be that. I don't know. This game kind of confuses me. Trying to decide what to do for like 10 minutes. I guess I could just end early. Even though I started late. I'm gonna read through like a bunch of this stuff just to get the exclamation point to go away. I don't think the Dreadnought would have anything to do with it. If anything, I think it might be that there's like other wrecks that have like not landed yet. I had that theory for a while. I think I will, yeah. I think I'm gonna call it quits here shortly. I'm gonna take a break for like 30-60 minutes to get something to eat and just kind of relax for a little bit, and then I think I might start another stream up. And just keep going with this. I'm probably just gonna keep poking around and doing side questy stuff. It's probably gonna be a little bit more boring, but it's probably gonna be more like chill and just kind of like hanging out with you guys. Like it probably won't be anything super exciting gameplay wise. It's gonna be starting to go for completion. Yeah, that's what I figured, Logan. I figured it would be getting too late for you, but I mean, I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. I have a feeling viewership for streams that late is gonna be kind of low, but what the hell, right? Got nothing to lose. Let me I think we are going to call it quits for now, though. Let me dig up a raid target. See who's raiding. See if anyone's playing anything fun. Hey Seven, how long is You Know Who gonna be streaming still? Or are they about to stop? A while yet? Perfect. Perfect. God, YouTube is so slow sometimes. Oh yeah, if you're a regular, you probably know exactly who I meant with that. So yeah, if you guys will join me for this raid, like I said, we're gonna call it quits for now. I think this is a pretty good stopping point. And yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break, and then in like maybe an hour-ish, I might start another stream. And I'm probably just gonna be playing more of this. And so yeah, here's the link. We're gonna head over to Murphy's Law Gaming. He's playing The Last of Us tonight. I think, is he doing like the DLC or something now? I don't know. I don't know anything about this game, but go check him out if you haven't already. Friend of the channel. Hang out with him for a bit. Drop a like, all that good stuff. He does a good variety of games too. So it's one of those ones I don't even want to say like he plays this, and this, because he plays a lot of stuff. So I don't know, a lot of different platforms too. So I'll see you guys over there for the raid, and I'll see you back here in maybe an hour-ish. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing tomorrow yet, but if you can make it, that's cool. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Thanks for hanging out while the Starlinking happens, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. If I don't see you again.